Home. Chapter 22. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork provided by XAA on Tumblr. You can find a link to the artist's Tumblr account in the description box. If you, for some reason, skipped the first 21 chapters, any of the 21 chapters before this, you can find a link to them in the description box below. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and make sure to mark the bell to stay up to date on the latest parts of your favorite fanfiction. In addition, don't forget to leave a like and a comment to help the YouTube algorithm. If you aren't sure what to comment, put a new Cat Noir. Now then, thank you for coming back, and please enjoy Chapter 22. Marinette stared at the Eiffel Tower, her eyebrows furrowed as she sighed. This was it. This was the moment she'd spent the last 6 days dreading. "Come on, Tiki," she said, looking at the Akuma victim. "Spot's on." She had 6 days and hadn't come up with a new Cat Noir. She couldn't send Plag home, either, because the title of Cat Noir was stripped from his former owner, the same way she couldn't send Tricks to Alia or Ways to Nino. "Come on," she told herself. "We've got some jewelry to deliver." A half hour and what looked like a catastrophe later, Rena, Rouge, and Carapace were doing their best to clear civilians from the falling meteors and assist Ladybug. But it was tough. So tough. In fact, they continued for another 3 hours without making headway. Morale was low between the three of them, and Rena kept cursing about a dumb cat while Carapace looked worried. When the Stargazer turned their attention toward the heart of downtown, Ladybug knew she was in trouble. She needed Cat. She wasn't in sync, even with herself, and needed him there, even if he didn't do anything. She also needed him because there was no way she could destroy the telescope by herself. That, or use the cataclysm on the floating platform. Arrgh. Dumb bug. She'd been so rash. She saw Rena Rouge go flying from the corner of her eye and winced. "Sorry, Alia." A meteor crashed into the building above her, taking her out of her wallowing regret as she heard screams from the people inside. She had to... Wait. No. Was she trapped? Ladybug observed her new surroundings, crouched under a building propped at 45 degrees above her. This complicated things. "Ladybug!" She felt a hand on her shoulder. "Cat?" Turning, her up-ticked heartbeat sighed. "Nope. Adrian." "What are you doing here? You need to get to safety," she hissed. "A Miraculous." "What? Give me a Miraculous. I can help." Ladybug hesitated, but there was no time. She'd messed up so much this week. All she could do was hope this wasn't another mistake as she handed him her best friend's ring. "Adrian Agrest, this," she began, but as soon as his fingers wrapped around the box, he took off running. Okay? Well, at least she knew where he lived. Please don't betray her trust, Adrian. Or desperation. She wasn't sure which one led her to give it to him, but there was no time to debate. The building slipped above her, accompanied by screams, to about 35 degrees. Yikes! She needed to get out of here, or she'd be a spotted pancake. Slipping out of the debris in time to see another meteor shower aimed for her, Ladybug rolled out of the way and into a pair of arms? "You need to get out of here," she yelled. "It's not safe." And here I thought you'd ask for my help. Ladybug looked up at the voice, startled by the familiarity. It was Cat! Cat Noir! And not Adrian as Cat Noir, but the real Cat. Her cat. Adrian gave you the Miraculous? Adrian knew who he was? However it happened, she was grateful. Cat opened his mouth, wearing an expression that would match a confused nanny watching their kid dig for horse bones when they talked about dinosaurs all day. Yeah, Adrian got the Miraculous, he said, turning his attention to the stargazer. Where do you want me? The warmth of his hand on her shoulder was a distraction she didn't need at this moment. Don't fall behind, she said, advancing to her prey. The stargazer had tortured the city enough. Now it was time to stop it. True to his abilities, Cat Noir used his cataclysm and she used her lucky charm, ending the fight in less than 3 minutes. Ladybug threw a glance at him, not bothering to hide the apology on her face, and he laughed. Pound it, he said, sticking out his fist as his legs held his victory stance. Ladybug gently bumped her fist against his, lingering there for a moment until he withdrew, fingering his ring. What are you doing? She asked. You want this back, don't you? It's not mine to keep. The words cut her more than any dagger could. Keep it. She couldn't hold eye contact. I was wrong, and rash, and a hypocrite. She heard him take a step toward her and hesitate. Thanks, LB. No problem. I'll be more careful in the future. Sure. Okay then. He left as her earrings beeped, signaling the swift journey she needed to take out of sight. Collapsing on her bed just in time, Marinette screamed into her pillow, not bothering to look around the room. Was she happy her cat had the Miraculous back? Yes, of course. But oh, what chaos had ensued without her, and it was her fault. Kicking her legs as she screamed again, Marinette couldn't help but let the last week out into her pillow. She was embarrassed. She was ashamed. She felt foolish. She couldn't stand the consequences of her actions. And she had to have a classmate deliver the Miraculous for her because she couldn't find a replacement on her own because of what? Pride? She screamed again, foregoing the pillow this time. I'm such a hypocrite! She yelled to the world, knowing only Tiki would hear her. Is this a bad time? Feeling her heart drop to her stomach, Marinette recognized the voice in the room. Flipping herself upright, she stared at its owner. Cat Noir was standing in the middle of her bedroom, staring right at her. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 23 is on the way. If you would like more Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash that bell. Also, please leave a like and a comment. If you don't know what to comment, put, "Is this a bad time?" I will catch you in chapter 23. Thanks so much for tuning in this far.